Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, and today we have a new episode in our series of K31 lookalikes in 22 long rifle, and I can present you this rifle Olympia by H.Luthy, Fabrique d'Armes, Neuchatel, so Neuenburg in Switzerland. This rifle is not in 22 long rifle, it is, I hope you can see it, it's in 22 extra long. I will tell you more about this in a moment. These rifles are very rare, and I'm glad that I can show you one of these, thanks to Werner and Ines Kessler from the Kessler auction house in Kreuzlingen, Switzerland. Link to this auction house is in the description. What you can see here are different packs of ammo. There's written number 2, 22 kurz for short, so 22 short. This is what used in Olympic rapid fire until 2 or 3 decades ago. You see, you have different rounds because the bullet is a little bit different. Then you have the number 6. This is 22 long rifle. I cannot show you a 22 long. I don't have a pack of this. This is all from Waffenfabrik Thun. And on the most right hand side you see number 7. This is in 22 extra long, and you see this is considerably longer than the 22 long. According to Wikipedia, the production of the 22 extra long was stopped in 1935 in the US. However, in Switzerland it was produced longer, and in 1957 Waffenfabrik Thun brought a Stockhorn number 7, which was in extra long, and this is what this rifle is chambered for. And this was the same year where Hämmerli brought the KKSD, and also Linhard Anschütz brought the Ordnance Karabiner 57. The 22 extra long must not be mixed up with the 22 Magnum. This is what I show you now most right hand side. So this is the 22 Magnum, which will not fit in any of the chambers of this, and also this one you may not chamber in a rifle made for this one. But everything which is chambered for the 22 extra long except the 22 long rifle. And today the 22 extra long is virtually completely disappeared. It does not have any advantage as compared to the 22 long rifle. So the most precise of them apparently is the 22 long rifle. So I will show you the rifle in a little bit more detail. You see also this one has a second elevated front post, because this one also has a competition notch plate. The original one is the one where my finger is now. And this one is the one which actually induced, and this is adjustable in windage and elevation, and very fine adjustable, but this one is only coarse adjustable in elevation but not in windage. For the windage, actually with the original post you can push it forward, then it goes a little bit right, or backward, then it goes a little bit left. But the target corn is not adjustable, that's why you need an adjustable windage at the notch plate. You see that the breech doesn't look like a recycled K31. So this is made or milled newly and is not recycled from K31. And I will show you the interiors in a moment. To take out the bolt you have to do like in K31. You have to push, then you press this, and then you can take out this one. Okay, let's have a go. To disassembly, I think you do it exactly like with the K31. You turn this, you can remove the charging handle, you can remove these two pieces, and I won't disassemble this, you have to just take out the pin. Here it's more or less the same. You can turn this, remove the charging handle, and then you have a sleeve, and that's the firing pin. And you may see that the firing pin is like for central fire, it's in the middle. But here, actually the breech face, there you see this is not central. So the pin comes out central but hits the rim of the round, because the round is not in the center of the breech face. And that's basically all. Reassembly is the very same thing. And I will show you the trigger in a moment as I disassemble the rifle off camera. So, I omitted a quite important detail, because as you can see, completely disassembled, there is a magazine well. This is, except the photo number 2, the only of the K31 lookalikes which is magazine fed. So you can use it in 5 round or it's even an 8 round magazine. And this is the only one which has it. Here you see the trigger mechanism. It has nothing in common with the K31 or with the older Schmidt Rubins. And you see it's just a lever which presses down on a sear. But it's very nice trigger, and you cannot adjust it with turning screws. You have to exchange some of the springs if you want to do fine. Wrong. There's a small screw which you can turn up and down, so you can do some fine adjustments if you would like to, but I do not. So that's actually all I can show you about this rifle. Of all the rifles I presented you so far, this one is certainly the one which takes the most work and effort to make. So everything is milled, the breech block, all the bolt parts and things, is nothing or almost nothing could be taken from the K31 except the stock and maybe the front post. Everything else is probably handmade, and you could do this only in a time where workers were not as expensive as they are today. The name of the rifle is Olympia, but it has a 5 round magazine. I do not know why he made this. Probably this is something which is distinguishes this rifle from all the others, except the photo number 2. But for the photo number 2 is even more rare than these Luthy rifles. Probably not more than 50 are made from them, and I so far saw only one, and I saw pictures from 2 different. So they are really very rare and very difficult to make. And yeah, that's all I want to tell you. If you think you're done, something unexpected comes around the corner. I found a webpage, I put you the link in the description, where someone compares 2 different Luthy rifles. And you see, they differ in their magazine holder. The bolt actually is the same, it has only one locking lug. But here you see, you have the release on the left hand side, and here you have the magazine release on the right hand side. So there are still differences. And the engravings on these Luthy rifles is different than the one I have. Here you see it's on top written Olympia caliber 22 extra long, and H.Luthy is written on the side. My rifle is different. There is Olympia and H.Luthy Fabrique d'Armes Neuchatel is on top, and the caliber 22 extra long is on the side. And one of these rifles has serial number 10XXX, the other one has 12XXX, has the same writings, so the H.Luthy is on the side. Here you see some drills to mount the diopter, and the serial number from the rifle I had is 11XXX. So there are, even in this small series, some variations which are worth to collect. While searching the internet for information about the Luthy rifle, I came across a webpage which I link you in the description, and there's this article in a newspaper from 1959, and it translates into the rifles of our Olympic shooters are made in Neuchatel. This is the article, and this is, surprise surprise, about the Luthy factory and Mr. Luthy. And what you can see here, this guy is not Mr. Luthy, this is Mr. Tanner. This is the head of production at the time. And the article says that they, during practicing for the Olympics, they achieved a new world record in the kneeing position. And these Luthy rifles were selected as the rifles for the Olympic Championships in Rome 1960. And they did a quality test, and they say 50 meter, all the bullets made a hole in the size of a pencil, so diameter not more than a pencil. And the we have two systems, one for 50 meter, this is 22 long rifle, one for 300 meter, this is 7.5 Swiss, and both models are actually the same, and everything is produced in Neuchatel except the barrels. So the barrels are bought somewhere else, but everything else is produced in Neuchatel. And 50 meter and 300 meter rifles are more or less the same. And how successful were the Swiss competitors in the Olympics in Rome? 1960, 300 meter, free position match, place number 2 for Hans-Rudi Spielmann, Switzerland. And then the World Championships in Cairo 1962, 50 meter, free position, single, place 3 for Erwin Vogt. Team 50 meter free positions, also third position for the Team Switzerland with Erwin Vogt, August Hollenstein, Kurt Müller und Hans-Rudolf Spielmann. 50 meter standing team, second place for Switzerland with Kurt Müller, August Hollenstein, Erwin Vogt und Hans Schönberger. And 50 meter standing, place 2 für Erwin Vogt. And 300 meter, free position team, place number 3 for Kurt Müller, Hans-Rudolf Spielmann, August Holstein, Erwin Vogt. And 300 meter prone, second place für Hans-Rudolf Spielmann. 300 meter kneeling position, place 1 Erwin Vogt, place 2 Kurt Müller. 300 meter standing, place 2 Erwin Vogt, place 3 Kurt Müller. So, these are the successes in this championship, and here you see I took this from the Wikipedia. This actually is the ranking list, all medals won on 300 meters, and you see Switzerland is still by far leading, having twice as much gold medals as the next one, which is the US, and also twice as much medals. And in the overall, that means 300 meter and 50 meter, and I think also 10 meter air rifle, but I'm not so sure about this. There you see Switzerland is also by far in the lead. 143 gold medals, the US 112, all in all 382 medals. So the rifles from Switzerland are certainly not the worst you can pick. And at the end of the video I can just show you a curiosity which is also on this web page, and this is an official report, and you may read this, that here H.Luthy Armory in Neuchatel was convicted to 4 months prison and 2,000 francs penalty or fine because he exported without permission 150 machine pistols type Bergmann to Spain, which was prohibited at the time. And he tried to appeal in court, but got rejected, so he had to go to jail. And nowadays it would be impossible, if you are in jail because of violation of gun laws, that you can manufacture and sell arms again. But this was a different time. So, but that's really all for today. Thanks for watching. Have a nice time.